Day 7 of the cyber attack at Ascension Healthcare. We're starting to learn of more serious consequences for patients. Since we broke the story last week, we've told you about canceled appointments, prescriptions written out by hand, and last night a woman who can't get treatment for her illness. Now a funeral home tells us they're having trouble making final arrangements because hospitals are delaying death certificates. They tell our Mariam Mackar the cyber attack is making an already emotional time far worse.
We've heard story after story about patients being widely affected by Ascension's ransomware attack. I thought I had a grasp on the scope of the delays until I saw this comment on social media. A Racine resident saying his mother can't be cremated because Ascension can't confirm her cause of death due to the outage. I got on the phone with that resident who told me his mother's funeral home has been working tirelessly to get a signed death certificate so the cremation process can begin.
If the doctors cannot access medical records, that will cause the delays in obtaining cause of death for cremation.
Chvilicek is the director at Wilson Funeral Home in Racine, the one working with the resident I spoke to.
For us here at Wilson Funeral Home, and I'm sure at other funeral service entities, that they're having some difficulties and delays with the services that they can provide for their families.
Not only are death certificates vital for arranging burials and cremation, but they're also needed to access life insurance and Social Security.
It's very useful to the families after the fact of a funeral.
So without it,
it's more difficult emotionally on the families.
Chvilicek tells me when he started in the industry 27 years ago, they'd have to deliver documents to doctors by hand and wait for them to sign it to continue their arrangements, a method they've had to go back to this week.
We've been successful a little bit, but not so much.
And it isn't just Wilson Funeral Home. A representative with Heritage Funeral Home, who works closely with Ascension and St. Francis, says they can't get through to staff since phone lines are still down. Ascension says they're working day and night to resolve the issue, but no timeline has been given, leaving patients and grieving loved ones to wait even longer for answers. In Racine, Mariam, Mackar, TMJ4 News.
In a statement Monday, Ascension says, quote, they are making progress, but it will take time to return to normal operations.